things that you wish your parents knew, or things that teens wish adults would know about them?
Yeah. Well, I did a post about a year and a half ago, and it went viral.
Oh, no kidding.
Yes, viral in my case is about 35 comments within a day.
Okay.
Well, look, 35 comments is better than no comments.
Yeah, usually I get a couple of comments. And so here, out of the 35 comments, I scrolled through them, and they were all teenagers. And they weren't their second account or their third account. They were their primary accounts. They were quite
Really?
happy for people to know that.
So they weren't going
it was
in
from them.
anonymous troll vibes?
No. Usually
This is fascinating.
Yeah, usually teenagers have 2 or 3 accounts. But let me read out the top 3.
Yeah, let's go.
I got AI to help summarize it. And so drum roll, please.
All right, let's start with number 3.
Number 3. Oh, wow. Love it. Acknowledge that the current generation faces unique challenges, such as navigating the digital world and the pressures of social media. So teenagers are telling us that themselves, not just adults going that, you're on social media too much. And, interestingly, there's a trend that I'm seeing Gen Z start advocating for the decreased use of social media. Brick phones are coming through.
So they're sort of like, we need help.
They need help.
need help with this because we're addicted and we can't really stop this.
Yes. And
Wow.
they're actually agreeing with adults, but often the battleground with their parents is on that very same thing. And so they're not seeing eye to eye, but they actually think the same thing.
It's funny too, because you forget how much these lessons, these battles are the same ones that you fought when you were a kid, trying to tell your parents that, hey, it's not the same as when I was a kid. And of course, what do we respond like as older people? You've got no idea. When I was your age, I walked, 10 miles uphill both ways in the rain to school and all this kind of stuff.
That's right.
So it's just kind of gets perpetuated generation after generation.
Yeah, the same thing is repeating. It's just the technology is different, right? Like when I grew up, it was the Atari and then the
Exactly. And when
PC.
Andrew grew up, he was sort of writing a dinosaur to work. I mean, just cool.
yeah, shows my age. But it's one of those things. It's about how can we help our teenagers feel seen, known, and heard. That's the trendy thing. Everyone's like, I want us to be seen, known, and heard. How do we help them open up and share these things?
Okay, well, that's fascinating. What's number 2 on the list?
All right, let's read this. Number 2. Encourage and accept teenagers rather than reacting with disapproval or anger.
Interesting. So we're talking here about the things that teens wish that adults knew. So how does this relate here? Is it that the parents don't know how much the kids need this, or what's going on?
Yeah, because I think a lot of teenagers' reality is that whenever they say something, whenever they open up, they just get the disapproval from their parents. And I guess the reality is that they're like, don't you know that I really just need you to listen? Don't you know that I really just need you not to judge me? Sometimes they come home from school and they've had a terrible day and you can see it all over their face and they just want to vent, and then every potential venting session becomes a teaching moment for us as parents, right?
Yeah, I think you can't help yourself though, because if your kid says something that's like really like a bit of a downer. Like if they say something negative, you're like, oh, come on, chin up. Like, stop being so negative. Or if they're like, oh, I didn't really like math class. Surely there's something you like about it.
Yeah. You'll mean it when you're 40.
You're actually just like scolding them without meaning to scold them.
Yeah. They just need a moment, and sometimes it's just let them talk, and it feels good, right? I think as as a 46-year-old, I go home and I tell my wife about my day, and I don't want her to jump in and correct me or, you shouldn't feel that way, Wee-Yeong,
Yeah, like, oh, I was so disorganized today, everything just fell apart. Oh, well, you should have got up earlier.
Yeah,
like,
I told
that
you
doesn't
so.
really help.
No, my wife's amazing. She doesn't do that,
Yeah. Well, look, if it's helpful for people as well, I think it can be good to know that act of just listening is more helpful than you think.
Yeah.
Back when I used to do, training and leadership development, one of the hardest things to teach managers was that jumping in with solution is not often as helpful as just letting a person tell you.
Yep.
More often than not, they'll say afterwards, wow, that was really helpful. Yeah. Even though you're thinking, but I didn't even tell you anything.
Yes.
And also probably asking the right questions, because if we think about the other thing, how are you struggling with social media use is a great question.
Yeah.
And then, how can I be more encouraging to you for point number 2? Yeah. Which leads us to the last one, the top one.
Yes, top one.
That teens wish.
Here we go.
Adults knew. I'm keen to hear.
All right. respect teenagers' time and allow them to finish the current activity before demanding their attention.
Wow, now that takes restraint.
Yeah.
All right, so what's going on here then that's prompting this kind of number one response?
Yeah. It's very common where, we've resorted to nagging. We've like, hey, I've told you to stop that game like half an hour ago, and then, they don't. Because the thing is that often when we're telling them this, right, they're in the middle of a game.
Right.
Have you ever tried doing something in the middle, like you're locked in, you're focused, and someone's trying to talk to you?
I've tried to finish an email and it's, Mom, I'm hungry. Mom, I'm hungry. Hang on, I just need to finish this email first.
Yeah. And often they don't hear anything you said. And then obviously you get more and more upset and you're telling them off. And obviously that just escalates into a big argument.
Interesting. So is there something to be said here for even checking in when you do have one of those important messages to communicate? I'm thinking the alternative being maybe you're in the kitchen and they're in the lounge.
Yeah.
And that's when you're saying like, hey, I need you to come here and help me get dinner ready.
Cut some onions because I hate that job.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's not even heard. And then we're upset. We're frustrated as parents because I did ask you to help me with this.
Yeah.
And they're upset. They're frustrated because they didn't hear you the first time.
Yeah. I think the biggest thing to do is to have that conversation way beforehand. Like that's why we have digital use agreements. We have discussions around what days you contribute towards cooking. You just have to remind them to say, hey, we're going to do this in an hour's time.
Right.
And
So
even when
finish
they
up around here.
get in the car after school, you say, hey guys, great to have you in the car. Just to let you know, I want to have a bit of a chat before you get stuck into playing a game on your phone.
100%, yeah.
And then when we get home, remember team, what do we do when we get home? We get out of our uniform, we hang it up, we unpack our disgusting lunch remains and put that away.
Yes,
and all those things.
It's harder to do that because it requires us to be organized, right? And but having the conversation prior, because no one likes to be surprised and no one likes to be interrupted.
So good.
Last thing then before you go, Wee-Yeong, is we've got some pretty exciting announcements from you. So what do you tell us what's happening with your program?
Yeah, lots happening today. Well, Miomo has been around for many, many years, and I've had the privilege of running it for about 5 years. And I've been undergoing undercover rebranding exercise.
Okay, so what's the new brand?
Yeah, big reveal today. Soft launch, I would say. It's going to be called Owning It. So owningit.co is the website. So the whole concept is that, yes, it's really important for young people to be taught how to make it on their own, making it on my own. But one of the things, the key thing that I've always thought about is that word own. Is it ownership or being alone, right? And often people have misunderstood that, where making it on your own seems to suggest you have to do it all yourself, which is not the case at all. And so similar theme, similar idea, same person and same heart, really moving to the next stage of Miomo. It's going to be called owningit.co.
I love it, owning it. And also owning your own communication with others, right?
Yeah, 100%. Owning your life, your future, present, and whatever you do, really.
Awesome. Well, Wee-Yeong, we're looking forward to having more of these conversations, encourage younger people to own it in their own lives. And so from now on, of course, if you do want to follow along with Wee-Yeong and maybe be a part of his programs, owningit.co is the place to go.
Awesome.
Amazing. I hope you enjoyed that as much as we did.
Yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe and turn your notifications on so you don't miss the next video.
We'll see you in the next one.